This past fall, a buddy of mine, who's a professional photographer, handed me his Canon R6. And he said, why don't you put your 300-2.8 on this and shoot some night football? And he showed me some files that he's been getting, and honestly, they were sharp, clean, and beautiful. And for about 48 hours, I seriously considered jumping back over to Canon and walking away from 7 years of Fuji glass. So, besides the autofocus, which was faster than my X-T5, and the nice clean images, which my Fujifilm really wasn't, I shot them both at 8,000 ISO. I didn't really think about it too much until this fall. I'm a semi-retired photojournalist, and for 30 years, I was a Canon disciple. I know exactly what that system can do, so I wasn't starstruck at all, but I was genuinely tempted. Here's the real math on why I stayed with Fuji. So I'm looking at this a little bit differently. After close to 40 years of being a professional photojournalist, and actually I'm still doing it now, semi-retired, it's all about, what the paper wants. And to be honest with you, the editors really don't care what kind of camera gear you got. As long as the images are clean and sharp and they're in on time, they don't really care. So that's really the lens that I'm looking at this through. It's not specs, it's results. So let's look at three specific areas that I was considering. The Canon gear here, first of all, I know the system inside and out. I've was with it for 30 odd years, so I really enjoyed it. Now, Fuji, it's got some other things going on for it. So we got some things back and forth here. So with the Canon R6, it's got a couple of things that really stand out. One of them is high ISO performance, and the other one is its autofocus, obviously. Those two things alone made me say, maybe I should go back to Canon because Fuji really, both those areas are a problem. But I gotta say, the biggest thing is the money. The Canon stuff is way more expensive than my Fuji stuff. So for me to be able to replicate what I have in my drawer over here, I just can't do it. So I did some really quick number crunching. I've done this before, but I just wanted to update it here. So I just looked at used prices, not new, because the new prices are completely out of sight. I just decided to go to MPB because it was easy. And an R6 II, used, excellent condition, $1,869 US. Then a 24-70 f2.8, $2,359 USD. 7200 2.8 IS, $2,559. Get the drift? We're kind of drifting upwards here. The 100-400, the EF version, version 2, $1,849 US. What's the grand total here? $8,636. That's not happening. I don't think if I sold all of my Fuji stuff, and I'd have to do that separately through Miranda or wherever, I couldn't trade it in because I wouldn't get hardly anything for it. Even if I sold all the R lenses that I have, the Leica R lenses with my GFX 50R, if I sold all that, it still isn't going to come to close to $9,000. Canon, you're way out of line. So one of the things that made me want to stick with Fuji is that Fujifilm has decided to upgrade the firmware on their 5th generation cameras and maybe change the algorithm so that it does a better job of focusing, make things a little bit stickier maybe, and be able to basically just focus better. Maybe also help the noise problem too, I don't know. So one of the other things that Fuji did is they, in one of their Fujikinis, they mentioned a whole bunch of lenses that their design department had been thinking about for a long time. One of those lenses was the 16-80 f2.8. That really piqued my interest. Now, Fuji Rumors had everybody vote on that, and that was the top vote getter, along with a few other ones, but that was the top lens. The other one is the X Pro 4 that's going to come out supposedly in 2027 sometime. And that's always been a camera that's been on my radar. So those are some other things besides the cost that has gone into my decision to stick with Fuji. So what would it actually take me to walk away from my Fuji system and dive into the Canon system? Been thinking about this a lot. First of all, the price of the used R6 IIs would have to come way down, like $1,200 instead of $1,800. And also, what's this new Canon R7 II going to be? Is it going, I mean, because basically the R7 right now is exactly like the XH2, the XH2S. It's very similar. And I don't want to step up to one of those cameras. But the R7 II is going to have, supposedly, is going to have a backside illuminated sensor, which may alleviate the problem somewhat of having too many photo sites stuffed on a little teeny sensor, an APS-C sensor. So I'm not sure. You know, if the low light performance of that camera is better than my X-T5, heaven knows, I might consider it. Maybe just to shoot sports. So here are some sample images that I shot with my Canon gear, which I no longer have, except for this lens, the 300-2.8, which I still have. And here are some sample images from the Fuji gear that I own now. And I think if you look close, they're actually really very, very good. And they compare well with the Canon images. So what would you do? Would you switch? Hey, let me know what your answer is. Right now, go in the comments and comment what you would do. If you're a big Canon guy, obviously you're going to stay with Canon. If you're a big Fuji guy, you're probably going to stay with Fuji. But if you had the opportunity and the money, what would you do? Would you switch or not? Let me know in the comments below. So after 30 odd years with Canon and 7 years with Fuji, it's not one system is better than the other, really. It's which one is better for me right now. So that's it for this week's video. If you wouldn't mind, comment. Please comment. Like and subscribe, all that great stuff. Share the video, that's awesome too. And remember, it's not what you photograph, it's how you photograph it. And we'll catch you next time.